We got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. Just sitting there and looking at you, basically a whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they help us.
Do you need to get one of these tests done at an affordable price? Well, look no further. Visit Allied Laboratories by Fit for Life today. We offer VDRL, CBC, ANA, rheumatoid factor, D-dimer, TROP1, HbA1c, PTINR, and PTT. Call one of our branches today, conveniently located at Grenville and Granats, and one of our staff members will be happy to assist. Please note that there are over 200 tests available, and these are only a few. So call today and book your appointment.
Fuel your dreams with a communal vehicle loan. It's a huge deal with super awesome rates and discounts. Get the vehicle that's just for you. Enjoy your journey. Make memories. Explore more. We're fueling dreams to your destination. It's a huge deal and it's just for you. Your destination, and we'll take you there. Call or message us on WhatsApp 405-6670 or 405-2248. Let's get you where you have to be with Communal and Friends. This special promotion is in collaboration with The Beacon Insurance, Netherlands Insurance, Greens Automotive, RF Motors, and Specialized Automotive. We're fueling dreams to your destination. Apply today. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Oh yeah, and of course we want to welcome everyone officially to another Mikey Live program. I am your host, Mikey Hutchinson, and yes, we are coming to you live from the Spice Isle of the Caribbean, that is Grenada. Oh God, I mean, this place is just so beautiful. I mean, we might have one or two little things happening. Like yesterday, it was rather disappointing to many to learn of the development with regards to a murder case. All right. Today, we've heard a lot from people, in some cases from family on a more private basis, but people are talking about this thing a lot. Yeah, but so we are going to be talking about that tonight as well. There are other developments that we will be telling you about as it relates to that particular case. We have attorney at law Jerry Edwin, who is going to talk a little about it in terms of implications for other cases as well. Interesting. And folks, we go to Brizan, where we see that there's a problem developing with the road, and that's a main road. All right, there seemed to be some sort of sinkhole developing there, and the authorities have received numerous complaints from residents about that, and so they are taking a serious look at it as well. Grenada expecting bad weather. We'll talk about that as well, and we have a lot other things to tell you about. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. The government, in fact, of Grenada, they're moving one step closer to legalizing cannabis. So we'll talk about that too. We want to say hello to the first-time viewers and to the usual suspects. We also would like to say hello to you. Share the business. Yeah, share the business so that other people will get to see that we are live. All right. And by the way, somebody sharing the program will receive some free credit, compliments, digital, and that person could be you. In some cases, there are people who have won more than once, so you could be lucky. All right. We're taking that break and come back. We want to let you know the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of Courts Grenada Limited, Digital Nawasa, As well, we have the Housing Authority of Grenada on board, superb distributors as well on board. We want to say hello to all our sponsors of this program. You know, you make it happen, so we want to say thank you for that. All right, an innovative construction company, they're also on board. Thank you as well. So we're coming back, folks, with the news. In fact, no. When we come back, it's going to be real news in Ole Lily Lolo, so stay tuned.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are superb distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love. Like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Hey man, when we come online, you only juking up your phone.
Yeah boy, now what I say, they have an app. I can't find it. I check Play Store. I do a Google search. I can't find it. Man, I get fed up, man.
Nah man, because you look in the wrong place. The app is web-based.
Web-based?
Yes, you access it via your web browser, right? You can add it to your home screen or your desktop, like any regular app. Watch. Look, I have it on my phone, right? And you can access it or add it to any device, your computer, your tablet, any device.
Well, how am I doing that and I can't find it?
Okay, watch. All you have to do is open your browser, right? And type mobile.nawasa.gd. And voila, you see?
Hey, just so?
Yes, and you can download it or access it via the web. Once you have a reliable internet connection, right? You can run the app anywhere, anytime.
So, how I adding that to my home screen?
Right, so you click on those three dots, right? Or your web browser setting and look for the option to install app or add to home screen. Easy peasy.
Well, thank you. Now I could help Auntie June because she was having the same problem too.
The Nawasa app, versatile, fast-paced and always up to date because it's web-based. So Auntie Joan won't always have to install update. Once a change is made to the app, it updates automatically, no hassle.
Well, that's a good thing.
Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion.
That special time of the year is getting closer. So on Saturday, November 5th, Chucky's Promotion presents Soca Parang in the Basket, featuring live from Trinidad, Scrunta. Scrunta. 3 regional artists, 1 string band, plus top local entertainers. All happening at Spice Basket. Stay locked for more info.
Diamond into. Alrighty, alright, so we're going to come to that one in a while. And of course, so we again would like to say welcome to one and all to another Mikey Live program. And of course, before we go forward, again, we'd like to invite you to check out the the Infinite Contractors and Machinery. And when it comes to building and, you know, it doesn't matter whether you're doing construction of a wall or retaining wall, or you want to rent equipment like your excavators, or you need some excavation work. They're here to take care of all your building needs and renovating needs and so on. In fact, it seems like they're trending here in Grenada. That's who everyone is going to right now. You can give them a call at 537-9675. So let's get now straight into the business. By way of updates, the National Water and Sewage Authority, they are monitoring an area of disturbed weather embedded in a tropical wave that is expected to affect Grenada and its dependencies within the next 48 hours that will have an impact on the water supply. Nawasa on Wednesday, September 21st, that is today, they enacted its disaster management plan, which looks at measures to be undertaken for the protection of the authority's infrastructure. Now, the preparatory actions of Nawasa in maintaining and restoring water and sewage services is of vital importance, they say, to national post-disaster activities. Now, what says overall intention, they say, for this period is to have all water treatment plants, opened so that persons can have storage tanks and your containers filled to last a minimum of 3 days. That's what they're saying. At present, all the water systems are up and running. There are, however, network maintenance that are currently ongoing island-wide. NAWASA commits to ensuring that restoration timelines are maintained so that persons can have a storage facility or the facilities filled. All right, an island-wide network shutdown of all water systems is not yet scheduled, they say. However, the timing for such disruption in service is dependent on two factors. That is, the weather conditions and the risks involved at the different systems. Now, consumers, you are therefore reminded of the need to have water stored to last at least a minimum of 3 days, taking into consideration the immediate needs of your family, okay? The Tri-Island state can expect cloudy to overcast conditions, etc. for the rest of the night, and we're going to get more into detail as it relates to what you can expect with the weather. Now, we have heard this morning from the Met Office, yes, and they basically were saying, and that's the Meteorological Services, in terms of the synopsis, that the area of disturbed weather is embedded in a tropical wave, and it's approximately, at the time, 264 nautical miles east of the southern Windward Islands. So the distance of that has changed significantly since we got that update earlier on today. Now, it says here that this area is showing signs of organization, and additional development is expected within the next few days. Thus, there is a medium, which is about 70% chance that it will develop into a tropical depression within the next 48 hours as the system moves westward to west-northwestward at 15 to 20 miles per hour across the eastern and central Caribbean Sea. Weather models are suggesting that the southern Windward Islands will experience the effects of this system as early as Wednesday morning, in which we did, and that it can continue to persist during the course of the day today, in which it did. In some areas, you found that there were more cloudiness and rain, in some areas more than others. All right. In terms of the impact, medium chance of street and river flooding, medium chance of landslides and rockfalls, broken tree limbs, and displacement of loose objects and agitated seas due to above normal swells. We've got the meteorologist Gerard Tamer from the Met Office, who spoke to us today about the weather conditions and what exactly we can expect going forward.
A strong tropical wave is approaching the state of Grenada. From our observations down here at Point Salines, the axis of the wave is close at hand. We are observing strong convection appearing at the eastern end of the wave. So that means we can expect a deterioration in weather conditions, which means we can expect heavy rainfall, heavy to moderate to heavy rainfall and thunder showers this evening into tonight and into tomorrow morning. It is a strong tropical wave, not a storm, and I want to stress that, not a storm. We have been getting numerous calls from members of the public asking about the hurricane and the storm that is coming. So Grenada, we just want to reiterate, Grenada is not under any storm watch, storm warning, hurricane watch, or hurricane warning. The system that is affecting us is not a tropical cyclone, meaning it is not a depression, not a storm, not a hurricane. I must add quickly that the wave is being organized. It is getting better and better organized, and it more than likely will be upgraded to a tropical depression maybe in the next day or two. But that will occur after it has passed our Tri-Island state. So no storm or hurricane is coming to Grenada. And at this time, Grenada is not under any tropical storm watch or storm warning. The Met Office has issued advisories. Because of this impending conditions, we can expect flooding, landslides, or rock slides in those vulnerable areas. So we're asking our citizens to please be careful and to exercise the necessary caution. The marina community, the seas are expected to get agitated. We expect waves to get up to as much as 10 feet in open waters. So a marine advisory remains in effect. So the marine community, please take note.
Thank you very much, sir. And we move on. Now, as the government of Grenada prepares for Budget 2023, plans are afoot to ensure that every sector is properly represented economically in the revenue of estimates and expenditure due to be presented to the Grenadian public before the end of 2022. Now, in this regard, the Ministry of Finance have collaborated with the different ministries to facilitate consultative sessions to gather transformative ideas that can be incorporated into the budget as a means of addressing pressing issues affecting different sectors. Now, the budget consultation for agriculture and fisheries was held today in Grenville at the Deluxe Cinema.
So where you go thinking in a discussion about those areas within the agricultural sector, those needs and constraints that are affecting growth and development and employment in the agricultural sector, what the agricultural sector needs to be able to contribute more to income, employment, output, and to increase its contribution to GDP in the economy, which will come through government spending. We also want you to think of those areas where government can also collect some money. So it could have the money to spend back in the economy, in the agricultural sector, and therefore to facilitate that additional growth, income, employment for that particular sector and make that sector resilient and strong. I can speak.
All right. Now, that was Substantive Minister for Agriculture, Honorable Lennox Andrews, as he underscored the importance of formulating ideas that will increase agriculture's contribution to the gross domestic product. Currently, it stands at 10%. Agriculture and Fisheries representatives in the Senate, that's Roderick St. Clair, stated that the session was important not only for agriculture, but also for the nation.
Here you're getting the views involving the views of everyone to chart a way forward for this country. In a time when food security is a big issue, in a time when there are many uncertainties with food prices, these are the issues ahead of us. And as we sit here today to plan, we need to look and see how can we find ways, in whatever the challenges are within the sector, to produce more of what we want to eat and consume, and how do we preserve them? And I don't want to say I will process them, but how do we preserve them in different forms, for not only for export, but for our own internal resilience.
Thank you very much, sir. There seems to be a new issue developing in the Brizan area as persons have expressed their concerns regarding a piece of road that seems to be deteriorating rapidly. Now, the attention, this situation was brought to the attention of government ministers who took a trip to the area to check out exactly what was going on. They are saying that this seems to be very serious, and they will be working speedily to resolve the situation to prevent another Molyneux incident from occurring.
As well, I'm no civil engineer, but by mere observation, the road is compromised, and if something is not done very soon about the infrastructure, the possibility exists that we may have another Molyneux on our hands. So as a result of that, I believe that a feasibility study was done for the entire Western Corridor. It's to look at the study right now and to ascertain whether or not this aspect of the Western Corridor was also taken into consideration as it relates to infrastructurally adjusting the road, and then we move on from there.
And why we are here is because some of the residents would have contacted us to let us know that there seems to be some signs of land slippage in this area. So we immediately came up to the area to see exactly what is going on. This is just a preliminary visit where we are just observing and see what is going on based on what the villagers, or based on the concern of the villagers. Some of the villagers, they showed concern, and just yesterday one guy said to me, Andy, before they could have passed in the back of this area here to go down to the beach. He also said there was a silk cotton tree somewhere in the area, but what I can see is some of the soil seems to be deteriorating, causing the road, part of the road, to be hollow, right? So with proper assessment, we can know exactly what is going on. Also, there's a manhole here, so we do not know if maybe there's some liquid that is seeping out that is affecting here, to show concern. And whatever can be done in a speedily manner, we will ensure that we do it to make this road safe. We are looking to be back here by Friday, and we will make a proper assessment of the area, and then we can know exactly what is causing the sinkage that we have here in the road.
Thank you very much. And we are going to continue to monitor this as well. Now we are moving on. Family and friends, they are expressing disgust and dissatisfaction with the news that due to technicalities, a man who was convicted to spend just around 68 years in prison has spent just around 8 and is now walking the road freely. Again, due to some sort of technicality in the systems. Now, overnight, you would have seen the comments on social media, you'd have heard the comments on the various radio programs, and Grenadians are really outraged by this new development. In fact, there was a documentary that was done a couple months ago, and it surfaced this morning. It was around, and I guess much it did not get that attention, but owing to the fact that now there's this new development, people are now going as far as they can to get more about this particular case. So in Jesus in St. Mark, we took our cameras there, and because that's where Nixian is originally from, and they were saying that it was really sad and depressing to learn of the new development.
Well, I find that it's really hurting that in the way things happen, I feel real hurt and depressed for especially the family and them. I don't think it's a good thing at all. I feel really, really hurt. Since yesterday when I read some of the article that came up on Facebook, I feel really depressed. And I feel I don't even want to read no more or see anything like that because I'm feeling really, really, really hurt as a mother. And in the way the thing happened.
Well, I felt hurt when we heard the news. It's a sad situation, but we need justice. Despite of what went wrong, we need justice.
Alrighty. Now, local attorney Jerry Edwin says, well, he was aware of the breaking incident, but it came as news to him that the computer was stolen.
I can speak to the general disposition of the court when transcripts cannot be found, our experience with lost tapes, lost transcripts, and just the inadequate way in which appeals are handled. We do know there was a break-in recently at the registry, but we were not aware that a computer was stolen.
That's the local attorney, Jerry Edwin. Now, we wanted a little more, because you want more. So we asked him, okay, so what does that really mean for other cases? Because there might be other cases that are up for appeal as well. that might have been on that very computer. What are the implications of this new development or this particular incident?
The seriousness of the missing transcript involving the appeal of our esteemed senior counsel's client, that is Anselm Clouden's client, Alexander Clark, the seriousness of this cannot be overstated. It is extremely serious because appeals are constitutionally protected options which persons who have been convicted of crimes or even in civil matters, this is a right that is protected by the Constitution. Because one can imagine a scenario in which a trial occurred and there were unfortunate proceedings in which evidence was taken that was improper, or the judge made a decision that was in error. It falls then to the Court of Appeal, or shall I say courts of appeal, to be the arbiters of justice, the final arbiters of justice, and that's what they are intended to be. Now, when a transcript goes missing, it means then that the appellant, the person who is appealing the judge's order or conviction, is not at some slight disadvantage, but is at a potential constitutional loss. It is not the first time that the registry is unable to produce transcripts and then convicted persons are set free. In fact, it happens much more often than you think. The case of Nixie and Clark was, I would say, it had some notoriety, both in the way that her body was found and then the discovery or the assumption that it was her husband who committed the offense. At least that's what the jury believed. Now, Mr. Clark's attorney believed, quite rightfully so, that he had grounds for appeal. There have been, I know of, at least 2 murder cases in which the parties had to be let go because transcripts could not be found. I had one such case about 3 years ago. The Court of Appeal gave an order that the registry was supposed to produce transcripts because this person could not afford to. And that's another constitutional right that an appellant has. The state must, if it is so ordered to do, produce a transcript. Well, after 4 years, this gentleman's transcript could not be found. And so the Court of Appeal had to release him. This is no small matter. I think it comes down to the absence of adequate technology at the court. And it exposes that underbelly of our criminal justice system that puts defendants at a... How do we fix this? Well, our Minister of Legal Affairs is responsible for the administration of justice. That is, to provide the courts with adequate tools so that this does not happen. We are using technology that is outdated at the High Court. This should be a digitized system that is stored in the cloud. So as soon as the trial is completed, or even at the end of a day at the trial, everything should be stored in the cloud instead of it being stored on a hard drive. And that is the problem. I am not going to recommend to this government, because they seem to have all their eggs lined up. They seem to know what they are doing. I would simply say that the stakeholders of justice, that is the ordinary man and woman in the street, is the most important person when it comes to the administration of justice. Indeed, justice has to be what? What do we say? Justice has to be seen to be done as much as it is done in the courthouse, because there are some cases in which the public can never come in. So when the public hears that a tape is missing, and that's why someone who is convicted of the most serious crime is let go, I think that the system has failed because the public perception is this is not the way justice should occur in the 21st century. So someone needs, well, it won't be me because it's not my job to tell the government what to do, but it's enough to point out that there are huge gaps in the administration of justice, and in particular, the technology with which trial proceedings are recorded. Sometimes the tape breaks in the middle of the trial. Sometimes the tape does not work at all, and we do not discover this until years later when the person appeals. I am certain that this was a new discovery by the registrar that the computer was stolen, because my experience is that this current registrar will turn everything upside down to ensure that justice is carried out. So it's no fault of the registry. It's the fault of those persons who are supposed to provide adequate tools so that the administration of justice can occur freely. And that seems not to be the case. Not now, and certainly not before this, when we raised the concerns with the previous Minister of Justice.
Okay, then. This seemed to be even more serious than we thought. And he's saying that there seemed to be a lot of attention on this particular case because, you know, of all that's involved. But there are other cases that you would find the same things happening. You understand? So we have a problem. We have a problem on our hands. Because I can't imagine. Folks, look at this. Look at this, right? This, this is one hard drive. It's about 8 terabytes, 8 to 12 terabytes, I believe it is. 12 terabytes. 12 terabytes. So this can give me storage for many, many years. At least with news, 10 years storage. That's my backup drive. This is another 12 terabyte hard drive. 1, 2. 2 backups. All right? These are backups. These are not even my running storage drives. They are backups. So you come here, you steal this one. I have a duplicate here. On my computer, the computer that we're using here is a running storage where I save all my files at the end of every day. On this very computer, on a separate drive, I have a backup to that running storage that I have on the computer. So on the computer itself, there are 2 storage folders that are duplicates. All right. So one hard drive failed, backup to that is there within the computer. You come, you steal a computer, I have a backup. You come, you steal that backup, I still have another backup. And it's a little Jukutu business I running. Little Jukutu news we're doing in the night. You understand? It's news. It's not that serious. If we want the files, we could still get it through email. Even if you take my computer, it is in the cloud. I kid you not. Even if all these options are gone. All these options are gone. The files are still on every single computer that I own. And you're telling me something as serious as the court documents that determines people's freedom and liberties and justice and all of that, you telling me you had to save on a computer? Well, what? Jano! You have it on a computer, you say, no? A computer? That somebody... I don't want to laugh. that someone could just pick up and go with? Or that can be exposed to some kind of incident, somebody coffee fall on it? Or the place burn, God forbid? And what? Transcripts and recordings and all of that on a computer? John! You can't be serious. You can't be serious. A lot of the times we major in minor. You hear we criticize all kind of things and we're talking about all kind of things, but the things that matter. What you say? Somebody thief the computer? You know what I'm saying? So it don't making sense to me. It is not making sense to me. Because I fail to believe that something, that system that is so proper and, dealing with certain things that are so serious, I fail to believe that there are no backups. I fail to believe that the system is not working as every other business and store files on a server. I fail to believe, I do not know any business in St. George's that has more than one computer that is saving files on a computer and not on a server. I do not know of any business. I'm not saying that there isn't. I am saying I do not know of any business in 2022 that has more than one computer that is saving files on that computer and not on a server. I do not know of any. And you are telling me with a straight face that somebody thieved the computer of the court and as a result, files are no longer accessible? And as a result, a man who has killed his wife on their 5th anniversary, wedding anniversary, in the presence of the 2-year-old daughter who was supposed to spend 68 years in prison, has come out 8 years later owing to that mistake? Nah, man. Was it Avicii that sang the song, "Well, wake me up when it's all over"? Because it has to be a dream. What are we telling the little girl? What are we going to tell people, child? She might be 10 years now. What are we going to tell the girl, mother? What are we telling her? Who telling her that she know? So wait, who? She had to learn that in the news? She had to watch Mikey Live to learn that? I don't want to be the beard. I'm sorry. What are we going to tell them people? What are we telling them people, family? What are we going to tell Nixie and sister? What are we telling Nixie and aunt? What are we going to tell Nixie and co-workers? What are we going to tell Nixie and's daughter? What are we telling them? And what are we telling them people in the prison for 20 pounds of weed? What are we going to tell them? Well, you got to maintain the thing because we were able to hold your files. So you stay in jail. You stay in jail because your file intact. The man that the court thought should be put away for 68 years, he could go through. Because he filed on the computer. I don't want to laugh. Oh dear, I don't want to laugh. What are we going to tell? What are we telling the international community? What are we going to tell the international community? What are we telling the citizens of Grenada? What are we telling them? What are we telling them? What are we telling the man who has responded in self-defense in a kind of way, but still he was use a little indiscretion, so he gonna make a jail same way. What are we telling he? Eh? What are we telling the man who make a jail because somebody violated child? What are we telling he? Eh? What are we gonna tell a man who thief because he broke? He tried to make a hustle, doing certain things. He didn't know he get caught. He didn't get caught. What are we telling the girl who take a little because she really needed it? I'm not encouraging none of that. What are we telling them? I don't encourage none of it, but what are we telling them? Again, folks, I do not know of any business with more than one computer who runs who uses the same computer as a backup for files. I do not know of any. And I kid you not, if God forbid me place bundong and all my drives bundong, same way, all of that, my news and stuff is in the cloud. And we don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. That's just us being fancy. Because we can. You understand? And you're telling me a whole man walk free because the computer gone missing. Somebody may put the computer in their pocket. And that's one thing, eh? There's no way you're coming in my property without you're being recorded, without a camera picking you up somewhere, somehow. And that's us being fancy. The court needed it more than anybody else. So you're telling me that the court did not have an idea of, and I'm saying court, I want to say court, all right? We're going broad. Doesn't have an idea as to who stole the computer? Okay, so we accept the fact that the computer is stolen. You're telling me we're not sophisticated enough in finding out who took it? We don't even get a little bulletin on Mikey Live if you see this computer, or if anybody tries to sell it, without going into details, if anyone tries to sell you this computer, please report it to the nearest police station. There's a reward for $5,000. So if I is a thief, and I see such a reward, I give a man to bring it in so we can share the money. So you're telling me, with all the important thing and with the implication that looms, because of the missing computer, you're telling me there was no strategy that we could have employed to retrieve the business? Nothing? Even if we had to deceive, to say, okay, a computer was lost, so we are kindly asking, if you find it, please bring it into the nearest police station, and for your good gesture, we're giving you $5,000. A reward of $5,000. We don't even have to say where the computer come out, who it belong to, what. No, we don't say none of that. Computer missing. Put it on Mikey Live. You must get it back. Let them people tell all you. You understand? A black Dell, you understand, with storage capacity of XIY 1 terabyte. So, you know, so was lost. Anyone finding it, please drop it off at the nearest police station. There is a reward of $5,000 for it being brought back in the same condition that it was found. Man, don't know nothing. You buy the computer, you realize, but that's the same computer they've been talking about. You know? I ain't snitching on my bed, though. I bring it in and get the money. You understand? Anyway. I smell can't say that word on the program. The Grenada government, they're moving a step closer to legalizing cannabis. It establishes a commission on cannabis legislation and regulations, which among other things will set up a legislative framework to develop a cannabis industry and maximize the potential of hemp and its byproducts. Now, the Commission held its first meeting yesterday and is expected to complete its assignment over a period of 14 months. Former Senator Rolanda McQueen, she has been appointed the chairperson on the commission, which comprises members with expertise in law, medicine, religion, business, youth development, and service providers in non-governmental organizations. Now, the other members of the commission are Vincent Roberts, Kennedy Roberts, Anselm Clouden, representative from the Ministry of Legal Affairs, Janice Leslie, acting chief agronomist, Alison Haynes, a representative of the Ministry of Health and Medical Council, a representative of the Rastafarian religious community, the chief analytical chemist at Produce Chemist Laboratories, Erwin Henry, Superintendent Vani Cohen of the Royal Grenada Police Force, community representative from the civil society organizations, and Grenada Conference of Churches. You understand? Now, the minister and the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Lands, Forestry, Fisheries and Cooperatives, and ex officio members of the commission. All right, so the commission is mandated to hold broad-based consultations and engage in public awareness on the policy decisions to legalize cannabis within a legal and regulatory framework to develop cannabis industries and maximize the potential of hemp and its byproducts. All right, we'll post something about that on the business for you so you could get ting. I see that we're running out of time on the business, so I'll give me like a 5 now. Let me take a break, drink some water on the program, and then I'm coming back. And when I come back, we've got for you the national report. We also will have for you the weather, so all stay tuned for us. And yeah, you know, ting. One of the things that we want to tell you about, or to remind you of, in fact, is the call for the Curriculum Youth Ambassadors. Now, the program aims to deepen the level of youth participation and partnership in regional integration and in broad social and economic development processes. Now, persons interested in serving as the CARICOM Youth Ambassador, you must sign up, all right? So sign up as soon as possible. If you want some more information, you can call 440-6917, okay? For more details on that, we'll again post the information on that on our website. We're taking that break and we're coming back shortly. And remember that the Infinite Contractors and Machinery, they are your one-stop engineers and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally, and they provide excavation services and engineering or consultancy, also construction of your residential and commercial structures, your civil works, your drainage, your retaining walls, as we were talking about earlier, your concrete pavements. They do painting services. You know, if you want a nice trowel tech, something like that, they're doing that. Remodeling and renovation. I mean, it goes on and on and on. Give them a call, 537-9675. We'll be back.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
We got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. Just sitting there and looking at you, basically your whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they help us.
Do you need to get one of these tests done at an affordable price? Well, look no further. Visit Allied Laboratories by Fit for Life today. We offer VDRL, CBC, ANA, rheumatoid factor, D-dimer, TROP1, HbA1c, PT-INR, and PTT. Call one of our branches today, conveniently located at Grenville and Granats, and one of our staff members will be happy to assist. Please note that there are over 200 tests available, and these are only a few. So call today and book your appointment.
Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always at Grenada, you come first. Save energy, save a dime, reduce your wattage and reduce your time. When you use appliances, make sure you buy energy efficient every time. Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always at Grenada, you come first. Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always at Grenada, you come first.
Fuel your dreams with a communal vehicle loan. It's a huge deal with super awesome rates and discounts. Get the vehicle that's just for you. Enjoy your journey. Make memories. Explore more. We're fueling dreams to your destination. It's a huge deal and it's just for you. Your destination, and we'll take you there. Call or message us on WhatsApp 405-6670 or 405-2248. Let's get you where you have to be with Communal and Friends. This special promotion is in collaboration with The Beacon Insurance, Netherlands Insurance, Greens Automotive, RF Motors, and Specialized Automotive. We're fueling dreams to your destination. Apply today. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
That special time of the year is getting closer. So on Saturday, November 5th, Chucky's Promotion presents Soca Parang in the Basket, featuring live from Trinidad, Scrunta. Scrunta. 3 regional artists, 1 string band, plus top local entertainers. All happening at Spice Basket. Stay locked for more info.
Welcome to Yogo. Most of you know us for our food delivery service and our food pass for free delivery from restaurants. But did you know you can also use us for grocery deliveries too? We've just added another 5,000 plus new items to Yogo Supermarket. And stay updated as we add more products and vendors. Yogo Services is our convenient skip-the-line offering. Let us pay your electric, water, and other utility bills for you. With us, you will be able to buy tickets, pay your rent, schedule bookings, and other services. Need a ride to get somewhere? Give Yogo Lyft a try. Select your pickup location and destination location and wait for our driver to collect you. Never have to worry about how you're gonna get to a place again. Please see website or app for our service locations. And sign up now.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time.
Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Government to seek parliamentary approval for additional sum of $194.7 million to service the state. Details to this story and more in the national report.
Do you know that you can lower your electricity bill by using energy-saving bulbs? CFLs and LEDs use up to 75% less energy than your traditional bulbs, and they even last 10 to 25 times longer. Over time, consider switching to more energy-efficient CFLs and LEDs, which can help lower your electricity bill. As an individual consumer, I cannot impact global fuel prices. However, I can ease the burden of rising fuel rates by using energy-saving bulbs. What can you do?
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
With the details to the news for Wednesday, September 21st, 2022, I am Chrisanne Mitchell. When the House of Representatives meets next Thursday, September 29th, the Deacon Mitchell-led administration will seek parliamentary approval for the Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2022. The bill seeks to make provisions for the appropriation of an additional sum of $194,702,991 EC dollars to service the state of Grenada for the fiscal year 1st January to 31st December 2022. Of that amount, $60 million will go towards pension and gratuities, $88.5 million will be allocated for the Ministry of Infrastructure, Physical Development, Public Utilities, Civil Aviation and Transport, and $26.4 million for the Ministry of Finance. Funds will also be allocated for other ministries, the Office of the Governor General and the Office of the Prime Minister. The money will be issued from the Consolidated Fund. The Ministry of Finance will be on the ground on Thursday, 22nd September for the next stop in its island-wide budget consultation process. Sessions will be held with all sectors of the Sister Isle, including farmers, fisherfolk, youth, and the business community. It's the aim of the government to ensure the people's voices are heard, recorded, and reflected in the 2023 National Estimates of Revenue and Expenditure. Being referred to as the People's Budget consultations will also be held at the parish level, where communities can come out and participate.
So we have a team to meet with the residents there to engage them on what they believe and feel strongly should be part of the budget, and in terms of what government should be invested in and spending taxpayers' resources on. To be able to help drive the economy and drive the transformational agenda. So basically, that's a new twist to the consultation this year. We've had consultations over the past couple of years because of COVID, mostly virtually. And while we believe that there is merit in having virtual consultation, because we've seen that we tend to get a lot more persons, and based on the timing that you have it as well. So we're also using that as part of the strategy to get more participation in terms of having it in the evenings, or so that persons after you have gone to work or gone to school, you can participate in the consultation. That is happening, and we're going to go into the 7 parishes and ensure that we give persons a voice in terms of what you see need to be part of the budget for next year. And we are happy that we can do that.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Finance and lead officer in the budget process, Mike Sylvester. As the government of Grenada prepares for Budget 2023, plans are in train to ensure that every sector is properly represented economically in the revenue of estimates and expenditure due to be presented to the Grenadian public before the end of the year. In this regard, the Ministry of Finance has collaborated with the different ministries to facilitate consultative sessions to gather transformative ideas that can be incorporated into the budget as a means of addressing pressing issues affecting different sectors. The budget consultation for agriculture and fisheries was held at the Deluxe Cinema in Grenville on Wednesday.
While you go thinking in a discussion about those areas within the agricultural sector, those needs and constraints that are affecting growth and development and employment in the agricultural sector, what the agricultural sector needs to be able to contribute more to income, employment, output, and to increase its contribution to GDP in the economy, which will come through government spending. We also want you to think of those areas where government can also collect some money. So we could have the money to spend back in the economy, in the agricultural sector, and therefore to facilitate that additional growth, income, employment for that particular sector and make that sector resilient and strong.
That was Substantive Minister for Agriculture, Honorable Lennox Andrews, as he underscored the importance of formulating ideas that will increase agriculture's contribution to the gross domestic product, which currently stands at 10%. Agriculture and Fisheries representative in the Senate, Roderick Sinclair, stated that this session was important not only for agriculture, but for the nation.
Here you're getting the views, involving the views of everyone to chart a way forward for this country. In a time when food security is a big issue, in a time when there are many uncertainties with food prices, these are the issues ahead of us. And as we sit here today to plan, we need to look and see how can we find ways, in whatever the challenges are within the sector, to produce more of what we want to eat and consume, and how do we preserve them? And I don't want to say I will process them, but how do we preserve them in different forms, for not only for export, but for our own internal resilience.
The consultation was sectioned off into 4 groups as a means of getting the best out of every subsector. Farmers, beekeepers, floriculturists formed one group, poultry, livestock, and butchers formed a second group, fisherfolks, longliners, sea moss producers were a third group, while agro-processors formed the fourth. These are some of their contributions.
The discussion came up on having a dedicated desk or office that will deal with that issue. Okay, so anything related to agro-processing, whether it's accessing raw material, whether it's accessing concession, whether it is accessing technical support, having that desk available, persons will have a clear idea where they should go to access these services.
And the group felt that they need to strengthen the legislation dealing with predial larceny. There should be compensation to farmers when they suffer losses through predial larceny, right? Because you lose your crop, the farmer is, the accused, the perpetrator is charged, but you do not receive anything.
We need to replace the ice machine, get 4 or 5 ton ice machines, crack ice machines, yes, which will be used to provide ice for the fishing industry. Because basically, ice do not improve the quality of fish. What ice does is that it maintains the quality of fish. So we need trained refrigeration technicians, we need spare parts.
When it comes for
the market aspect, we believe that something must be done to encourage greater market access to our livestock and poultry products. So I want to suggest that maybe something that could be done is education, educating our people in eating more of our local products.
Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Agriculture, Aaron Francois, says government wants to make a difference with the upcoming budget, but needs all hands on deck to do so.
A lot of the issues that are not new. They are not new. We have got them before. And so each one of us, from government side, we have our role to help with the enabling environment and to support building the productive sector. But you too, as entrepreneurs, as custodian of the resources, you have your responsibility also. And so let us work together.
This is the National Report. The news will continue after the break.
Prepare for hurricane. Prepare for hurricane. Make sure you have your radio and your batteries too. Waterproof flashlight candles will do. Tin stuff, garbage bag, first aid kit. Come on, people, make sure you have it. Clean water in a container and a hurricane plan. Hear me, no man.
Hurricane damage is beyond your control. Surviving the aftermath is up to you. Have a hurricane plan. It can save your life and your family too.
Prepare for hurricane. Your hair, prepare for hurricane.
Welcome back. A team of engineers will be assembled to conduct an official assessment of an area in Brizan that shows signs of sinking and which have now raised fears of possible land slippage. Minister for Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation, Honorable Andy Williams, visited Brizan on Wednesday morning after concerns were raised by residents about the condition of the road. He was accompanied by Minister for Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs, Senator the Honorable Jonathan Lacrette, and other members of the MIT ministry.
Some of the residents would have contacted us to let us know that there seems to be some signs of land slippage in this area. So we immediately came up to the area to see exactly what is going on. And we just looked at the situation to see, that some of the land seems to be deteriorating, and we will bring a crew to further see exactly what is going on. So just from my observation, I'm not an engineer, but we observe, that there is some sinkage in the road, and that needs to be addressed soon. We will be in contact with some of our geotechnical engineers that will come and do a proper assessment of the area, and then we will know how we proceed from here.
Once a preliminary report has been presented, Minister Williams says his ministry will act with urgency.
It is too early to speak and to assume or suggest that this may be a Molyneux type situation. And that is why we want to bring the geotechnical engineers to come and make a proper assessment of this area, right? And then we will take it from there. But all in all, we do not want to take it for granted. And all of us are here this morning to show concern. And whatever can be done in a speedily manner, we will ensure that we do it to make this road safe.
The Met Office at the Maurice Bishop International Airport continues to monitor an area of disturbed weather embedded in a tropical wave that is more than 200 nautical miles east of the southern Windward Islands. The Met Office says the area is showing signs of organization and additional development is expected within the next few days. Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique can expect cloudy to overcast conditions with moderate to heavy showers and thunder showers, accompanied by gusty winds up to 35 miles per hour on Wednesday. Gerard Temar, forecaster at the Met Office, spoke about the tropical wave.
A strong tropical wave is approaching the state of Grenada. From our observations, down Head Point Lanes, the axis of the wave is close at hand. we are observing strong convection appearing at the eastern end of the wave. So that means we can expect a deterioration in weather conditions, which means we can expect heavy rainfall, heavy to moderate to heavy rainfall and thunder showers this evening into tonight and into tomorrow morning.
Mr. Tamar said Grenada is not under storm watch.
It is a strong tropical wave, not a storm, and I want to stress that, not a storm. We have been getting numerous calls from members of the public asking about the hurricane and the storm that is coming. So Grenada, we just want to reiterate, Grenada is not under any storm watch, storm warning, hurricane watch or hurricane warning. The system that is affecting us is not a tropical cyclone, meaning it is not a depression, not a storm, not a hurricane.
The tropical wave can develop into a tropical depression, but the Met Office says this will be after it leaves the shores of Grenada. Citizens in vulnerable areas may be affected by flooding and landslides and are asked to exercise the necessary precautionary measures. That story brings us to the end of the National Report for today, Wednesday, September 21st, 2022. On behalf of the entire news and production team here at the Government Information Service, I am Chrisanne Mitchell, saying thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, Chrisanne, and the rest of the GIS News team. And here we have now the weather for you as submitted by the Met Office. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy and windy with light to moderate scattered showers, periods of rain, and medium chance of isolated thunder and lightning. Max temperature, well, actually the minimum temperature, in fact, for tonight, 23.5 degrees Celsius. There's a warning in place, a medium chance of flooding and landslides in vulnerable areas. Winds northeasterly to easterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting higher in and around showers. Seas moderate to rough, waves 8 to 10 feet in open waters. A marine advisory remains in effect. Taking a look at Thursday, the weather is expected to be cloudy to overcast and windy with light to moderate scattered showers, which may become heavy at times and accompanied by thunder and lightning, improving during the evening. There's a medium chance of flooding and landslides in vulnerable areas, so therefore there's a warning in that in that regard. Max temperature for tomorrow, 29.5 degrees Celsius and a minimum 23.5 degrees Celsius. Winds northeasterly to southeasterly at 16 to 26 miles per hour, gusting higher with showers. Seas moderate to rough with waves up to 8 feet in northeasterly to easterly swells. Marine advisory is in effect for tomorrow as well. So we're going to say hello to the folks who are currently on YouTube, and we see that there are quite a few of you there. Well, just got to let you know that we appreciate your company all the time. That's right. So Anya and Greens, and it's Clovey and Michelle and Suzanne. Blessings to you. All right, guys. And everyone else who's there. We see Persia. Who else is there? So many of you on YouTube. So we're saying hello to you, all right? As a generic hello. And those of you, whoa. Who was the timekeeper for tonight? Y'all allow me to go so much overtime tonight? Anyway, we want to say hello to those of you who are on Facebook. The usual suspects, Zaka, Rolanda, Jane, Velma, Jacinta, Delian. Delian, you were missing for 2 nights. Cynthia, Javar, again, Richard, Shireen, Vicky, Samantha, Eunice, Sharon, Claire, it's Clovey, both YouTube and Instagram, and Facebook, Lintona, Sherry, and Delaris, Mom, Shum, Sherry again, Princess, also Praise and Worship, Nelsia. How are you doing, Nelsia? Have a good one too, all right, Nelsia. Desiree, Ezran, Michelle again, Della again, Debbie, Glenda, Tracy. So everybody who's there, blessings to you. Did we meet our target or share target tonight? If we did, thank you guys. Oh yeah, we did actually. Thank you very much. But still, there are some of you who have not shared, and of course, we try to encourage you to share as much as possible so that other people gets to see that the program has been live and not worry that it didn't go on. All right, so please go ahead and share the thing. All right, Patty and Leon, you guys, we are asking that you share the program as well. All right. Sorry, Shireen, I realize now that I've neglected their message regarding the time, so that we ran over our time tonight. I'm sorry for that. Okay, so please, if you have not, hey Angel, what's going on? And Anne, hi. Hillary, Wagwan. So please, folks, I know that there are a couple of you who have not shared. Just one share, you know, so that we get people knowing that the program is or was live, and they too can join into, you know, the program. All right, so if you have not shared, if you're always a silent viewer and you know you don't participate much, all we're asking of you is you could just share, you know, and that's all. So if you have not shared, this is the moment we're asking of just one share. If you haven't, just one, yeah, and you have done your job. You understand? That's all we ask of you. So take care again, and please share before leaving tonight. Okay, take care of yourselves and your family. Let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We all say, ja. No, take care.